Hello, it's me, Troubadour, and I'm back again with another video. Today's video, we are trying out the Wacky Weekly. How fun. Actually, I'll be completely honest, I'm so disconnected from the weekly and stuff. I didn't realize there was a Wacky Weekly until Grounded and Bird made videos about it, and then because I'm playing so much customs, right? So then I scrolled all the way to the left, and I'm like, oh shoot, there's a Wacky Weekly, and no one told me. That's crazy. Anyway, this was inspired by both of them, so I'll link their videos below with their Wacky Weekly teams. Basically, this Wacky Weekly is featuring this smartphone toy. You can see start a turn. On turn 3, stock 2 chained pets from tier 6, so you get to choose one of them. Now, it is from the pack. They've got a pack kind of built around it with a lot of interesting choices. You got some Loot for some mana scaling, do some Bay Cat summons, Manticore with Toasties, pretty popular. But in this run in particular, we're going to try and cook using the Pteranodon. Now, Pteranodon is a pet that you really don't see that much anymore. Now, it used to be very, very popular back when it basically was like a tiger for faint pets and it was stupid broken. Since they changed it to resummoning stuff, it's been, it doesn't see as much use, but it's got its places. Though I will say they did have to change it to only be in battle because of how many infinites using Pteranodon there were in the shop. So anyway, but my idea here was to basically build up a Pteranodon and a drop bear and just keep resummoning it over and over and get a bunch of jump snipes out of it. So look at this, we got an empty front space, the drop bear will jump, do the snipe, faint, and then the Pteranodon resummons it, and boom, there's an empty front space again. I get extra damage out of it, and that lets me win. I'm basically going to be doing that the entire game. Yeah, for those wondering what the Pteranodon synergy was earlier, I mean, you got this, and you got, like, Skeleton Dog are kind of your options. We'll pull in the Siamese here just for a little bit of scaling for a while. I still have the hair up front. I don't really have any use for that. But yeah, Wacky Weekly. Been very fun. I've been playing a ton of it. It's the only full run I'm going to show, but I'll have a few clips at the end of the video. Feature some of the other tier 6s in the pack, so stay tuned for that. I've also been seeing some fun ways people have been trying to cook with it. Obviously, you guys have seen Bird's Blind Weekly, or maybe Grounded's Double Rock Accidental Hound build. I've also seen the player Wombat has been trying to, been trying to win with a solo like tier 6 starting on turn 3, so basically get a gorilla on turn 3 and scale it up and basically buy whatever you want in the shop phase, but in the battle phase it's always just a gorilla, and I think he got to 8 wins at one point. I tried it myself and I made it all the way to like turn 19, but I still was like needed 5 more wins, so props to Wombat. It's a crazy thing to try and go for. But you can see already, even with just these 3 pets, like, we're putting in the work. Those 6 damage snipes are adding up, and we're getting some decent scaling with Siamese, especially with things like Canned Ailment. There's also, you can buy, sell a mouse or a quill. Also really like the use of the quill in this pack. It's sneakily very good. You've got it for the Siamese. You also got it just for some free apples. Or my favorite is if you get an early Loot, you can buy, sell a quill for a mana potion. So you've got extra chances to refresh the mana on your Loot. I had several runs where like Loot scaled up a big tier 2 or tier 3 thanks to just finding mana potions. Also, look at that, absolutely destroying that gorilla. Can't wait until we can level up this Pteranodon and get even more triggers out of it. That's the other thing about this pack. No chocolate. If you want duplicates, you're gonna have to use the Venus flytrap like I did right there. So that's a little bit, little more, what's the word? A little more restricting than it would be in a usual pack. I think it works out in this pack though. Also, level 2 skunk, so nice against this big guinea fowl. Also the big snipes. We kill the mimic, nice gold generation dummy. We are gonna lose though. Dang, 8 wins already on turn 10 is crazy. We'll get the level 2 drop bear and the level 2 Pteranodon. Keep this apple frozen just for the extra scaling from the Siamese. And now with the level 3 drop bear, Pteranodon doesn't care what level it's resummoned. So if you already have a level 3 and it'll always get resummoned as a level 3. So that's nice no matter what level Pteranodon is. And now with the level 2 Pteranodon, we get some extra snipes. So boom, kill one pet, it faints. We're going to summon it again, kill another pet, and then we're going to summon it again and kill another pet. Look at that. Already seen the drop bear put in some work. Also, all of these, when I talked about doing the only gorilla run, all of these gorillas the gorilla's really annoying if everyone's running cockatrice, because then I don't get coconuts in battle until I can get my gorilla, you know, higher level that the cockatrice doesn't affect it. We also buy soul coal for a little more generation there. Also, cocoa beans is really annoying in this. If you've got like one big pet, thanks to Aklu, and they just happen to cocoa beans into you. Also, the tomato totally destroying my Pteranodon synergy there, but it doesn't matter. Maybe I should look to get a little more stats on the Siamese or maybe some protective equipment. I don't know at this point, just looking for level 3 skunk. Maybe their biggest guys at the back and drop bear can drop that. And look at this here. This is the most annoying pet in the Wacky Weekly. People will just run with a bunch of summons, and it's kind of really annoying. Now, there's ways you can mess with it. You got the tomatoes, you got drop bear. I've been using Kakapo a lot to shuffle a couple pets to the back, so ends up being in the middle, and then it doesn't get a trigger. Once again, tomatoes being very annoying. Other person also using Pteranodon, this time with the level 2 skeleton dog. That's really interesting for some scaling. That's what I also like about the design of this pack, is there isn't much scaling outside of maybe apple and skeleton dog, so if you want to get some stats, you got to be creative. I guess there's Aquid as well. But yeah, we're going to buy, sell, hold the Pteranodon and the apple for next turn, but I think this is going to be the last one. What we can face in the last turn with our Pteranodon resummon strategy, it's going to be a California Condor team, except they don't really have anything for it to transform. It's just kind of statted up. They do have a werewolf, though. Wait, how do you get is a werewolf in this pack? I don't even remember. Anyway, skunk moves that guy to 1 HP. They mess up my Siamese, but I still get another trigger out of the drop bear. And with the stats on my Pteranodon, we get the win. So yeah, had a lot of fun with this cool Pteranodon resummon synergy. And let me show you guys a couple cool clips I got while playing the Wacky Weekly. So here's that run I mentioned where I got an early Aklu and kept cycling quills and mana potions. Look at the scaling on this guinea fowl. It's turn 11, by the way. Faced this Anubis team with Farmer Mouse and Skeleton Dog. That's really funny. But yeah, our giant guinea fowl is just going to absolutely sweep through the opposing team. And we get the win, get a flawless as well. Turn 11, almost a perfect game. So that was pretty cool. Here's a team where I got an early Cockatrice and decided to copy Grounded's Double Rock Accidental Hound build. With all these Accidental Hounds and the Double Rock, I did do 10 damage to the entire team. And I get to deny their Gorilla and their Skeleton Dog. So yeah, get absolutely destroyed. Pteranodon doesn't get any use either. And we reduce that HP just enough for my Accidental to get the win. And we get a win with that. And then we got one more clip right here. And finally, while I didn't get the solo gorilla run, you know, keeping gorilla solo from turn 3 onwards, I did this other run where I had a Dunkleosteus, used Water of Youth, turned into a gorilla, and then ended up going only gorilla on the last turn. And look at this, a single gorilla versus an entire team. We completely sweep it. Coconuts are huge, and we get the win with the solo gorilla in the Wacky Weekly. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. I had a lot of fun with this Wacky Weekly. Let me know your thoughts on the Wacky Weekly. If you had a lot of fun with it too, had any cool team ideas, would love to hear it. I had a lot of fun with it. That's going to be it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, do the generic stuff. I'll catch you guys in the next video, but until then, as always, stay true.